And now, our feature presentation.
Hi, welcome back, guys.
Hello, welcome to the feature.
Yes, we're so excited to be back for another month. It's
Yes,
February, and we've been pretty busy. What have you been up to, Jazz?
I've been up to a lot, enjoying this Black History Month. This is the best Black History Month I've had thus far. It's fantastic. So I hope that you all have been enjoying Black History Month as well. And then I'm just getting ready to go to Austin next month and volunteer at South by Southwest. So I'm excited for that. What have you been up to, Dani?
Pretty much just enjoying Black History Month. Also, we've been telling you our favorite movies for the month, so we hope that you're enjoying those, and we're having a good time as well. I celebrated a birthday this month. I turned 28.
The big 28.
Yeah, into a new age. And
how are you feeling? How is 28 treating you?
It's actually not that bad. I mean, I've only been it for a week.
Yeah.
So I really don't have a say in it yet, but maybe to the middle of the year, I can let you know how 28 is going. But it was a great birthday. We had a good time. We went out to eat, and I just caught up with friends and family. So it's been a good month. I can't believe that March is practically already here.
It's crazy because the year's already in March almost, and it's 2016. Like, this year's already going by so fast. But there's a lot that's been happening in the film industry since the last time that we were talking to you guys as a team. So we want to definitely cover that. So here we go. Alright, so one of the things that happened was the Screen Actors Guild Awards, and those occurred, and it was on January 30th of 2016. I was able to catch them. I thought that the winners were great. What did you think about the winners of the SAG Awards, Dani?
I think, all these award shows that go on before the Oscars, they kind of give you a hint of what could happen before the Oscars, but that's not always the case.
Right.
For some of the winners and some of the snubs, I think, that was worthy. I do think that they should have deserved that award.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we'll have to see how the SAG stand up to the Oscars, because the Oscars is like the cream of the crop. This is the Kentucky Derby of all of the races.
For outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture was the team from Spotlight. And that's a story about a news team that broke some news about child abuse that was happening in the Catholic Church. And so I definitely want to see this movie. One, I like Rachel McAdams. I think she's great. I've loved her since Mean Girls. So, or even before that, she was just a hot chick.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, Rachel's good.
Yes, she is good, definitely. And then it's nice to see Michael Keaton as well. Yes. He's still trucking along, go Beetlejuice. And so it's nice to see that whole cast. Mark Ruffalo's in there, and he's just a great actor overall. I think that he's starting to show a lot more of his range, especially when I was like, he played the Hulk, and then see him in 13 going on 30. And then you see him now in a movie like Spotlight, or when he was in the film with Channing Tatum and also with Steve Carell.
Foxcatcher.
When he was in Foxcatcher. Yes, and he was just so great in that. And then I was like, okay, well, Mark Ruffalo has got some acting chops. Like, okay, he's great. So I think that is a great ensemble team. I definitely want to see it. What did you think about the winning of Spotlight for outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture?
Well, I haven't seen Spotlight either myself, but you were the one that actually told me about Spotlight. So that's why I said, ooh, let me watch the trailer, let me check it out. And it's interesting. I work in news. So for me, I would like to see the movie to understand how they broke the story, how the character development for this type of movie, how they, how real it seems. Since I work in that environment, I think that the cast is perfect for this type of film.
Yeah.
Like Michael Keaton, he's so versatile, as you were saying, with his roles. And Mark Ruffalo has really grown into his career with the type of roles that he's able to take on. With the Hulk, he was good. I mean, it played him, but I mean, there's so many different versions of the Hulk
Right.
that it's kind of, you just need to let it be.
Seen one,
But-
seen them all.
Exactly. But I think that for the movies that I've seen Mark Ruffalo in, I really love his acting. So I think that he is perfect for this, for Spotlight. Agreed with Rachel McAdams. I think that she's really matured in her roles.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely matured. I mean, she is a great dramatic actress, as we saw from The Notebook. I mean,
Right.
She was just phenomenal in that. So I think with this movie, it's helping her step out of these kind of Gidget roles that she's kind of been in.
Yes, that is the perfect way to say it. Gidget roles.
Gidget roles. So I think that she's going to do a phenomenal job in it. It means a lot that they actually got the SAG for this movie. It says a lot. So if you haven't checked out Spotlight also, let us know what you think, and then we'd love to hear from you. So because we also want to see it before the awards too.
Yeah, we'll see it before. And next up was Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role.
Yes.
And the winner of that was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, it is.
For the film that he was in, The Revenant.
Yes.
And I went and saw it because last time that we filmed, I hadn't seen The Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, let me go see The Revenant so I can say, yes, I saw it. And that movie was fantastic. Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, did his best acting in that movie. I think it was better than Wolf of Wall Street as far as acting chops go. Wolf of Wall Street was fun. It was a lot. It was really too long.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was a long movie.
It was a long movie. Like, okay, now we're doing drugs again. Now we're getting it in again. And now we're on a plane doing it all.
Right.
And now I've been busted by the FBI.
Right.
And it was too long.
It was a very long movie. But
it was
he was great
hours.
in it.
Oh, yeah, he was
fun. So good in it.
Yes. And it was great seeing some other people that I actually like as actors, like Jonah Hill.
Oh.
Yeah. I like seeing Jonah do dramatic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, this role in The Revenant, I feel like it was more grueling. I feel like it took more physically. I feel like it took more mentally. I feel like, because didn't he has a scar on his lip now from it, doesn't he?
I have not read that, but
yeah, it's like
interesting.
some type of permanent scar, like from him doing the work on The Revenant. Like, he put himself through it. Mm-hmm. And I think that he did a great job.
I think so too.
Great job.
I think that he should get the Oscar just for putting himself through that. The
just
Academy needs to realize. They need to realize that Leo has even said this is his most grueling role ever for his body.
Because it is.
His body went through it. I don't know if I mentioned last time, but some of the production crew, they chose to leave the making of this film because the conditions were so rough. The filming conditions were so rough. Mm-mm. So this just tells you how much Leo had to go through. And an interesting tidbit, he is a strict vegetarian. He will not even look at meat. But in the movie, if you haven't seen it yet, he eats raw meat.
Like, he
raw
just
buffalo meat.
grabs it. He's like,
yes. And it's real meat.
I didn't know that.
It just says a lot about how that is a true actor.
You took down your morals.
Actor.
You said, F this, no more vegetables. I want this meat. Because
Yes.
you know why? I want this Oscar.
That's
I'm
exactly.
Eat this
So
raw meat.
give it to Leo, the Academy.
Yeah, I mean, they better.
Give it.
Outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role went to Brie Larson for Room. And I've said this on the last episode. Brie Larson did her good acting in that. That movie was fantastic. Yes, go see Room. If you have not seen Room, go see Room. It's amazing. And Jacob Tremblay is in it. He's so cute. And he actually helps with the movie. Like, their relationship and chemistry in that film is fantastic. So yes, definitely go see Room if you haven't seen it already.
Funny thing about Brie Larson is that I did not realize this is the same Brie Larson that was in 21 Jump Street.
Yes,
The remake with Channing Tatum. I had no idea that was that same girl.
Yeah, that's Brie. Mm-hmm. And then she's also in Scott Pilgrim.
She is.
She is. Yeah, she plays Envy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I just love it when you see these actors that are in these, I'll say B-movie films, but it happens all the time. Jonah Hill was in Superbad. I mean, Superbad is so hilarious, but I mean, It's a genre. It's a specific type of movie. And you have to have that specific mindset to like Superbad. He started from that, and he was in Moneyball. I mean, he was in...
Because that's when he started taking on dramatic roles when he was in Moneyball.
He did. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to see these actors that start out in these, teeny bopper type of films, and then when they get that chance to be in this great dramatic role, it just shows you that they want to step out of their comfort zone of acting. They want to be challenged, and I think that makes a great actress or actor.
Yeah, when you challenge yourself, because if you keep taking the same kind of roles over and over, then you're not going to push yourself to something new. And then Best Actor in a Supporting Role went to Idris Elba for Beast of No Nation, and he deserved that. He did. He deserved that award. He did that. He did a great job in that role. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Yes. Have you seen Beast of No Nation?
I still need to go see Beast of No Nation. There is an entire list. I'm very bad. For the Oscars, I try and see every nominated film before the show, and I have a list. I'm going to get to all of them before Sunday.
Yes. 28th. Yes, but the thing with Beast of No Nation is that it didn't even get nominated for an Oscar.
No, it did not.
Best Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role went to Alicia Vikander. Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl.
Swedish.
Yes, she is. We found that out last night.
We did.
Yes. So yeah, she won for The Danish Girl. And Dani, you saw The Danish Girl. What did you think?
I think it's a beautifully shot film. I love Eddie Redmayne. He's one of my favorite actors in this generation. I love him. Ever since I saw him with My Week with Marilyn, I just fell in love with his acting skills and just him. So I think he's a great actor. Alicia, she did a phenomenal job in this movie. Great. Oh, she did so good. The way you just see her. You see her struggle behind her trying to deal with her husband wanting to be a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And the support that she's trying to give to
She
him.
is genuinely trying.
She struggles so much, but then she has to be happy for her husband, but then she's like, I'm married to you. I don't know how I should be feeling.
Right, and then there was that scene a little bit towards the end where it's like it's before he goes through his surgery. They moved to Paris, and she's like, I want to see my husband. Like I want to talk to my husband, and then she's like, no, like I can't. And she's like, please, I just want to talk to my husband. That's it. I don't want to see you. I want to see my husband, the man that I married. So it's like, okay, this is a lot. Like, it's a lot to take on. And it's great how the movie was done because you get to see it from Eddie Redmayne's character's perspective, and then you also get to see it from Alicia Vikander's character's perspective as to how somebody feels going through the process of being transgendered and discovering that you're trans, and then discovering all the things that you're learning about yourself as you're becoming this new person, and you're really learning about yourself, but then it also takes the time to understand how the people around you feel and how they are interpreting everything and how they kind of soak everything in. So I think that they did a great job with that, and I think that it was a deserved award for Best Supporting Actress.
I think so too. So award season is about to end. We are about a week away until the Academy Awards. So now that we've had the Screen Actors Guild Awards, the Writers Guild Awards, the Directors Guild Awards, all the awards, the Oscars are the final thing for award season.
Final frontier.
The final frontier. So what happened earlier this year, the Oscar nominees were announced.
Yes.
Again, the nominees are all white.
All white.
But we have talked about this when the nominees were heard and what people were talking about, the hashtag that was going around Oscars So White. We thought, this is kind of ridiculous. We understand why people are so outraged by this. We get it, but this has been going on for years.
And it's upsetting. It's very upsetting that there's such a lack of diversity.
There is.
Still, and it's the issue that I'm having with it is that yes, there are so many actors of color that need to be nominated. I know for sure that Idris Elba got snubbed.
Right.
Because I saw his performance, and it was a fantastic performance. Great performance. And it's upsetting that it takes a hashtag to, like, keep on coming up for people to, like, take focus and take a stance on it. And I do feel that there is an issue where there's a lack of diversity within the team that actually votes for people to get nominated, because it's very general. But then the president of the Oscars actually wrote a letter stating that she hopes for more diversity, but then she says that she's waiting, like, she's saying by 2020,
yes,
that
is when they hope.
That's when they hope to change it. Like, is it going to take that long for there to be more diversity at the Oscars? It's going to take till 2020 for that to happen? It's like, that's kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, I understand where she's coming from. Like, there's going to be a lot of changing that happens within the team that votes, and there's going to be a lot of things that need to happen as far as getting everyone on board as far as what movies get nominated. But I know for sure that Beasts of No Nation deserve to get nominated.
So for the Oscars, the Academy is the group of people that vote for the Oscar films. It is not, you can, as being part of the public, you cannot vote for the films that you want to see get nominated in the Oscars. It's the Academy. And the Academy president is Cheryl Boone Isaacs. She's black. I'm just going to leave that there. But the way that the Academy works is you have to be sponsored by somebody who is already in the Academy. And the type of credentials that you need to have a script that has been, seen, that has been produced on TV, or you have to have a book that is written, or you have to have a film that went into production. So they're very strict on who they want in the Academy. So, they just don't choose anybody.
Right.
And there are a lot of black and other minorities that are within the Academy. But NBC did a study about who is in the Academy, and it is at least 70% white, and they're male. So it's a statistic, but it says a lot.
It does say a lot.
It says a lot.
Where the majority is a certain way, it's like, okay, all right, we need to do something to change this up. Because even last year, where there wasn't even a woman that got nominated for a director, like it's not even just actors. It's been a while
since The Hurt Locker got
The
nominated.
Hurt Locker. It's like, what is this? Because Ava DuVernay deserved to be nominated for Best Director.
Agree, hands
for Selma.
down.
Now, the upsetting part about this hashtag is that certain people who weren't outraged before are now outraged because they didn't get nominated. Like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Right.
Say what I say.
They're not going to be at the Oscars. Spike Lee isn't going to the Oscars.
Yes, he's not going to.
And George Clooney has even George Clooney will be at the Oscars, but he has even commented saying, I think that there is a lack of diversity in the Academy and the Oscars, and I think that we should do more to branch out. I get what he was saying, but I thought it was kind of a lame comment.
Yeah, it's like too little too late.
It is.
It's like,
and
what
Meryl
is this?
Streep has commented about it too, and it was not
that her quote was taken out of context, though.
It was.
It was taken out of context. So, but I
just don't think she should have said it. I just don't think she should have just kept her mouth shut.
Like, sorry, Meryl. All right. But yeah, I think that the issue is that when Jada Pinkett Smith calls for everybody to protest the Oscars this year, as opposed to any other year where there's been a lack of diversity, that's because your husband didn't get nominated for concussion. And that's why she's outraged. Because Will Smith did an interview with the Huffington Post before the Oscar nominations came out, saying that
everybody's prejudice. Everybody's prejudiced. Everybody has their life experiences that make them prefer one thing over another. If you see somebody with dark skin walking down the street, you have a different reaction than you have, someone who's 5'1" and white. So we all have our prejudices. But the idea of racism, there's a connotation in racism of superiority. That you feel that your race generally just based on your race is superior. And I have to say, I live with constant prejudice. But racism is actually rare.
And there's been a lack of diversity for years.
The Oscars, the first black actor that won an Oscar was in 1939. It was Hattie McDaniels who won. That was supporting role. So
yes.
That was just a supporting role, but she won.
Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, fellow members of the motion picture industry, and honored guests. This is one of the happiest moments of my life. And I want to thank each one of you who had a part in selecting me for one of the awards. For your kindness, it has made me feel very, very humble. And I shall always hold it as a beacon for anything that I may be able to do in the future. I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel. And may I say thank you.
Going thing, there's always a gap between, and it's decades, and it's the same for Hispanic actors, the same for Asian American actors. I mean, it's a huge debate.
Yeah,
and I understand, but I will say that I'm excited that Chris Rock is hosting the Oscars because he is going to address it.
Absolutely.
And he's going to make it funny, but he's going to make it serious at the same time.
Right.
So we want to know what you think. Let us know, why do you think, are you in agreement with Oscars So White, or do you think that we're just totally blowing this out of proportion? Should we be more concerned about it? Let us know what you think, because we're interested to know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that we've talked about, our concerns over the Oscars and the diversity issue, we're going to move on to the fun aspect, to the fun part of the Oscars. It's the Oscars!
Yeah!
This is like the Super Bowl of film.
It is.
Even though we did win the Super Bowl.
Go Broncos! Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. And my favorite part of the Super Bowl was the performances. Because I thought Beyonce was fantastic. I thought Coldplay was an awesome opening act for Beyonce. Good job. Good job.
Yay! So I mean, the Oscars is a big deal.
It is.
What gets you so excited about the Oscars?
It's just seeing people, and seeing what they do and who's the best actor. So the nominees for the Academy Awards, starting off with actor in a leading role, we have got
Bryan Cranston for Trumbo, Matt Damon for The Martian, Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant, Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, and Eddie Redmayne for The Danish Girl.
Who is your pick?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Better get that award.
Leah's got to get. That's mine too.
Better get
we're,
that.
we're having a bet. We're having a prediction race on who is going to win the most for the Oscars. So we're both in agreement on actor in a leading role.
Actor in a leading
we have Leo.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Actor in a supporting role. Nominees are
Christian Bale for The Big Short, Tom Hardy for The Revenant, Mark Ruffalo for Spotlight, Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies, and Sylvester Stallone for Creed.
I want Sylvester Stallone to get it, but I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it, but if it was my award show and I was the Academy member that was going to vote differently.
You will be an Academy member.
I would go for Mark Ruffalo.
Okay. I'd say Tom Hardy.
Scratch that. I want Tom Hardy. Yes, I think Tom Hardy should get. Yep. I'm not going for Slide.
I haven't seen his. I'm just going off performances that I've seen. I would say Tom Hardy or Sly Stallone. I'd say those two.
I think I'm so hardly going to go on Tom Hardy. I got Tom Hardy. You got Sly.
Okay, well,
we'll see. Girl. We will see.
Actress in a leading role. The nominees are
Cate Blanchett for Carol, Brie Larson for Room, Jennifer Lawrence for Joy, Charlotte Rampling for 45 Years, and Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn.
I'm going to go Brie Larson.
I'm going with Brie.
I think she'll get it.
She's been winning. I think she's on a winning streak. I think she'll get it. I think Brie will get it. Brie will get it, yeah. Actress in a supporting role. The nominees are
Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight, Rooney Mara for Carol. Rachel McAdams for Spotlight. Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl. And Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs.
That's a tough one.
I think, yeah.
I think that Alicia will get it, but I think it'll be close between Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
But I'm going for Alicia Vikander.
Yes. And then the nominees for Best Picture are
The Big Short. Bridge of Spies. Brooklyn. Mad Max Fury Road. The Martian. The Revenant. Room. And Spotlight.
The Revenant is mine. Hands down. That movie has to win. It has to win. I know who you're going to pick.
who do you think I'm gonna pick?
Room.
Yes. That is good. I
So-
think Room should get it, but I think The Revenant, it should be either The Revenant or Room. Either way. I think it should be either The Revenant or Room. Because The Revenant was it and Room was it. So, yeah, I think that, yeah. And Alejandro Inarritu will get Best
He's going to
Director.
get Best Director.
Yes.
And indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty good. So, are we ready for the Oscars? Do you think we're ready?
I think we're ready. And Danny, let the people know how ready we are.
We're inviting you to our Oscar party. We're going to have a party. So please join us. We're going to be starting, of course, with the red carpet.
Yes.
So I have to ask what you're going to wear. What are you going to wear? What are you gonna wear?
Clothes.
I'm going to wear a sparkly dress.
I'll find something to put on.
She will be looking fabulous. But we are going to start, of course, with the red carpet.
Yes.
We do want to see how the stars arrive. So that will be starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So wherever you're going to be joining us from, make sure that you tune in starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yes.
And then we're also going to be live on Periscope
We
through
will
the
be.
whole night.
The whole night.
Just dishing out if we thought that award wasn't deserving, or
Right.
something crazy happened, whatever Chris Rock might have done, did somebody
Right.
fall down on stage and laugh? We don't want to see that. But we want you to watch with us, and we want to have a good time.
We're gonna have a great time. So please join us, and we will see you guys next time on The Feature. Get information. And it brightened up again.
Maybe it's because it's two of us.
Maybe.
Have a light.
It takes two to make a thing go